local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Great to have you with us to start another week here on Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric. Power your business with confidence. Harris Electric brings over 75 years of trusted experience to commercial and agricultural operations of every size. From full installations to ongoing maintenance, Harris Electric delivers solutions that keep you running. HarrisElectric.ca or call 780-875-3336. Joining us this morning from the Lloydminster Exhibition to talk about the 4-H Expo coming up on May 30th and running through June 1st. Jackie Tomayer is here, Tara Shirtliffe is here, and from the Lloydminster and Area Archers, David Charbonneau is also here. And in a bit, Janice, Haughian, and Julie Harper will tell us about their Mother's Day event that's coming up on May 21st. Sounds like our farmers are finally getting in the field, and we're excited to be delivering our first meal to a lucky Midwest farmer and their family and crew this week. Feed the Farmer returns this seeding season, brought to you by Diamond 7 Meats, Horizon Ag and Turf, Sobeys in Lloydminster, BASF, Richardson Pioneer, and the Tent Guys, and also Bradley Air, who will be entering all nominated farmers to win 160 acres of spraying. You can nominate a farmer today on the Live with Kurt Price Facebook page or any of our sponsor pages to win a fantastic beef on a bun meal delivered right to them in the field with salads and all the fixins. Some big news last week when it comes to fundraisers in Lloydminster and area. How about this? The 22nd annual Cutter Rally for Cancer, held at the end of February, raised over $54,000. Meanwhile, the 24th annual Foundation Gala, the Health Foundation Gala, was held just a couple of weeks back. It raised over $200,000. And of course, this weekend was the sold-out Synergy Sunrise Run. And while we don't have final numbers on that, it was already very successful, selling out. And should mention the Taste of Tuscany for Jared Russell, also held a couple of weeks back, and it raised $28,000. Over $28,000 was raised there as well. The Border City Tattoo Expo is getting closer and closer. The Border City Tattoo Expo runs from May 22nd to 24th. It's happening at the Synovus Energy Hub this year with 150 artists on site. The show is open from 2 to midnight on Friday, 11 to 11 on Saturday, and 11 to 6 on Sunday. Full pass tickets are $60, single day tickets $25, and they're available at bordercitytattooexpo.com. And Brass and Threads will be holding their annual spring market May 29th from 1 to 7 p.m. at 5109 51st Street with some great shopping, some live entertainment, great food, and more. And we'll find out more about the spring market on Thursday when Patty Milnthorpe joins us from the Spark Foundation. I want to once again congratulate Megan Morales on being our latest recipient of Cupcakes for Caregivers. Megan's husband suffered a stroke and has lost the use of his right side. He lost that a few years back, and Megan has been there with him each step of the way, helping to make sure he has everything he needs, helping him in and out of his wheelchair, getting him where he needs to be. And you can nominate a deserving caregiver yourself and get them recognized by emailing livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. Cupcakes for Caregivers is brought to you by Sobeys in Lloydminster and Umbrella Marketing and Design. What if your lifestyle could stay as vibrant as you are? Discover Care Freedom Living by Wellings. It's a modern way of living designed for people who want life to feel easier, more connected, and entirely their own. At Wellings of Lloydminster, your days unfold at your pace with spaces that feel modern, welcoming, and full of possibility. Live life on your terms at your own pace at Wellings. Visit Wellings to discover more. 3211 72nd Avenue, Lloydminster, and at wellingsoflloydminster.com. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the 4-H Expo.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
Border City Furniture in downtown Lloydminster is proud to be your 100% locally owned and operated furniture store with a focus on Canadian-made quality furniture. Shop their tremendous selection of beautiful living room sets, stylish sectionals, and comfy recliners. Border City Furniture also offers many different sizes of dinettes, as well as incredible bedroom sets and mattresses. Stop in and see Calvin and Ryan for the best customer service experience in Lloyd. They've got the awards to prove it. Border City Furniture in downtown Lloydminster, where the sale never ends.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we take pride in our quality products and outstanding service. Our custom processing goes far beyond just cutting your meat. There's also our very popular in-store cuts and fresh sausage cooler with all your family's needs and budget in mind. Planning a wedding, family reunion, or weekend get-together? Let us prepare a mouth-watering roast beef, pulled pork, or brisket to perfection just for you. Or take it home and prepare it yourself with one of our incredible Yoder smokers. Diamond 7 Meats, locally owned, family owned, and proudly serving the farm families and communities of the Midwest.
BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and will help you get your life back. In 10 years, BioClean Disaster Services has become Lloydminster's largest restoration company. They're also Lloydminster's local restoration company. You see their name on the swimming pool, and they've helped out many different organizations here in Lloydminster, and they will help you when any fire, flood, or any kind of disaster hits. What you want to do is give them a call at 1-833-246-8326. They'll take over from there, taking care of your belongings and your property, and they will help you get your life back, because believe me, you are going to miss the simple things that you took for granted before the disaster. But with great communication, you'll know exactly what's happening with your restoration project, because taking care of you and your family is what BioClean Disaster Services is all about. 1-833-246-8326. Well, welcome back to the program. We are going to be talking today about the 4-H Expo here in Lloydminster, which starts on May 30th. Jackie Tomayer is here, Tara Shirtliffe is here, Dave Charbonneau is here, and Dave is with the Archers, and of course, you know Jackie, General Manager of the Lloydminster Exhibition, and I believe you're committee chair for
No.
4-H Expo. What's your...
Just a committee member.
Committee member, okay. So let's get into 4-H Expo. Tara, tell us what 4-H Expo is. What is this 4-H Expo all about if you've never been?
4-H Expo is a regional show. So there's about 17 clubs that come together. How many kids total would be out of 17 clubs?
Oh, just probably under 300 kids, probably.
300 kids. And there's beef, horse, swine, sheep, archery, multi, which is Lego, horseshoe, blacksmithing,
Rabbits.
There's bunnies, bunny agility, wood, wool, doing stuff with wool, anything and everything. So it is a great event. The beef end of it is kind of where my kids are. So that's kind of what beef and sheep are what I'm familiar with. So there is this year 122 exhibitors, beef exhibitors, which would be probably the clover buds, which are under 9, 6 to 9, aren't able to show at the regional show just for safety reasons. But they still are contributors, still part of the club. So I think there's about 200 head total with heifers, steers, and cow calves. About 48 sheep and 2 swine this year. Swine is new. One of the biggest, fastest growing groups, I would say, would be Dave's Archery.
Yeah, it's actually really expanded. I think 5 years ago we started with about 12 members, and last year we had 44. I haven't seen the numbers yet for this year.
We have them right here, 39 exhibitors.
Oh, okay.
Is what we have registered.
So
Yeah.
I think when people think of 4-H, they think of beef, and cattle.
Mhm.
So it's pretty important to identify that there is more than just cattle at the event. I did not know about the bunnies. That is
Mhm.
an agility for bunnies.
Mhm.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
good. It's it's usually the young kids. Like is it Taryn Holtby or Taryn Holtby's got kind of leads that group with the Durness group, and it's I don't know, about 10 kids come out with their bunnies and they have little chutes that they run through and go over jumps, and it follows the sheep show usually. So cuteness after cuteness, and yeah.
Dave, tell us about the Archers. What happens during the 4-H Expo for the Archers?
So the Archers, we put on a big indoor shoot, 3D animals, anything from something the size of a full-size moose down to a gopher. Each archer shoots 20 targets. They do a total for the score. They award some trophies for the competitive side, but then we also have the fun side where we have balloons set up and numbers inside, and it's completely random. So kids win whatever for awards. It's kind of fair straight across the board for all ages, because you will see some kids that just started this year, and you'll see other kids that have been to nationals and provincials and have won championships there. So there is a wide variety of levels of archers that are showing up to these shoots, and it's pretty neat to see. Some pretty fancy rigs will be there.
Tara had mentioned it's growing. Why do you think archery is taking off with 4-H?
It's actually one of those programs that allow our urban kids or city kids to partake in the 4-H program. So before, I know when I was growing up, I never had the opportunity to. I lived in town, so I couldn't have like any large animals. But at least now with these other projects, they can come partake in the public speaking, the curling, I guess. What else do we?
Speeches,
yeah.
Learn how to public speak. 4-H is a great program. It's not just for farm kids. More and more urban kids are coming out because it is so affordable. 4-H costs, I think 4-H Saskatchewan charges $120 per kid or something.
Yeah.
And you have meetings once a month, and you do your achievement day. You have to complete the 4-H year, you do have to do a public speech at your club. You have to complete a record book. You have to go to 80% of your meetings, and you have to exhibit your project at the end of the year. And it is all kid ran. So it is, you learn to do by doing. The kids run the meetings. The kids are the president, the vice president. Parents really, you can put your 2 cents in, but it's really not worth much because it's the kids that make the vote on everything. But it's an affordable program, and they learn life skills like the public speaking. And, how many kids did we see first year get up there and get stage fright? And the next year they're, after a couple of years, they're going to the provincial level, and you start at your club level, then you go to districts, then you go to regionals, then you go to the provincial level. And this area has some very, very strong competitors right up to the provincial level. So provincial public speaking, for example, kids in our club go on each year, usually make it to the provincial level. Curling, or this region has done very well.
Yeah, we have great representation in our region.
Yeah, and this year we're doing, and judging. That's the other one, is
yes.
judging. This region does very well at judging. I think 4-H, the Expo program here in Lloyd, is probably one of the most prestigious 4-H regional shows in the province. We have a fairly high number of purebred breeders. So there is some high, they're taking replacement heifers from home, which are some very high valued animals at Achievement Day. But you also got kids that, just take a steer from, whether they don't have cattle themselves, from grandpa's farm, and they just feed them all year and sell them. And so you got all different levels of competition. Which is great to see those kids come together. It's a fun 3 days. See those kids come together, and not just like the beef kids go and watch the horse kids. And I think the archery was probably the most exciting. For the first year the archery came, they brought in your 3D shoots and filled that whole room with these 3D animals. Well, it pulled the horse kids, the beef kids, and you don't see that very often.
There wasn't much room for standing for people to actually watch. So we actually had to get all the kids to move to the sides, and then to have like them shoot off individually so that their grandparents could actually see what they were doing.
Yeah.
Did you
So-
see immediate growth after that too, from so many
yeah.
people watching?
Yeah, actually, it seems like every year it's there's about 10 more kids. Obviously, this year the numbers are a little bit down, but yeah, in the years leading up to this year, it was at least 8 to 10 kids joining. So
Who should come out, Tara?
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something, if you come out, you're gonna find something that interests you. Like I said, there's kids there with Lego projects. So to be a 4-H member, if you have an interest, all you need is to find somebody that will lead your group. They don't need to know anything. The 4-H Saskatchewan provides the books and everything. So you just have to find a parent or a friend or somebody that will lead your group, and you need to have either yourself or you can have a whole group of you. Our club has 40 members or 30 members or something. So it's, from small to large. And the project like Maidstone, for example, has, I don't know how many various projects they have, from blacksmithing to rodeo has become a big one. But if you, any interest at all, you can make your project and go. And what you see at that multi-level is really, really interesting. And what those kids do, and they have to present their project at the end of the year. So at the multi end of it, they have judges that go around and judge. So you got to explain what you've done and how you started, and it's really interesting.
it is.
Yeah.
What's the cost to get in?
0.
0 to get in.
It doesn't cost anything to come in and watch and or show, but to watch the shows of any level. Saturday, and it just depends. Saturday is your light horse, and your archery is
Archery, yeah.
Saturday. Your multi is Saturday. Sheep
will be Sunday.
Sunday. Sheep and
Monday.
beef heifers are Sunday,
Yeah.
and Monday are the beef steers and the sale to follow.
Where can you find the schedule?
I'd say probably the Lloyd Exhibition website.
Yeah.
Facebook, I imagine it'll be posted on.
With the Lloydminster Exhibition, Jackie, is this like one of the big weekends because it is the Lloydminster Agricultural Exhibition? Is this one of the big weekends for the Lloyd X that, you kind of circle on the calendar each year?
Absolutely.
At the end of
It's a massive year because we try our best to do anything that's involved with youth. And this is it. This is our biggest youth weekend that we have. And seeing all the kids and the projects, and the committee is, I don't know, 10 or 12 members strong, and they just put their heart and soul into this weekend, making sure that each project goes off without a hitch over the weekend. But yeah, it's one of our biggest weekends.
And how many clubs did you say were coming, Tara?
17,
I guess,
18.
Yeah, 17, 18.
From
yeah.
just around Lloyd?
Yeah. So there's, I'd say the furthest east would be Edam West.
That's pretty far.
Furthest north, Paradise Hill. Is there one from Meadow Lake?
Yeah, there's some kids from Middle Lake, I think, this year.
Yeah. So it's a big region.
Yeah.
Yeah, down to
Senlac.
Senlac, as far as south as Senlac, and as far north, I think Steers would come. Would be Edam West.
Mm-hmm. And out to Vermilion. I think Vermilion brings light horse.
Light
projects.
horse, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, this expo, not a sale.
There is a sale on the Monday.
There is a sale on
Just
the
for
Monday.
steers. Yep.
Steers and lambs.
Okay.
Yeah. And what I tell people is we've all been in a grocery store lately. It's not great, the beef prices, right? So get your family together, get a couple friends together, and come buy an animal, and you'll have food for the year, and it'll work out better for your pocketbook if you come and support these kids. And you know that we have nice, really good homegrown beef.
This is probably the prime. Like
Yeah.
these steers are fed the best feed.
Yeah.
I know we sell to kind of have repeat buyers, and they said they won't buy anything other than a 4-H beef because you're feeding to compete, right?
Yeah.
So these are fed the creme of the creme feed. And I did some number crunching this morning because you take for granted just going out to the deep freeze. And last year the steers averaged just over $5 a pound. So if you buy a $1,400 or 1,400 pound animal at $5, it works out to probably $8.90 a pound, and that's your hamburger right to your steaks and your roast. So you're paying, $8.90 a pound for your steaks and your roast cut and wrapped.
Mhm.
I don't know what you're paying at the grocery store, but I'm assuming it's more than $8.90 a pound.
And of course, what are you doing for the seller too?
Exactly.
those
You're
kids.
helping kids, and this is the kids' money. Like, this is, I'm going to say 99% of those kids with the steers, that's their university fund.
That's exactly what they
Yeah.
use it for.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
And
That's a
we,
good point.
yeah, I had a friend, she's urban, she doesn't know. She's like, Jackie, how would I buy a steer? Where am I going to take it? Do I just walk it out the back door and walk it down to Diamond 7? Like, what do I do? And I said, no. We handle all that. Your seller, your kid, your whoever, the parents, like, we'll handle, you make arrangements for your steer. Because some of these steers go on to keep hitting the show road.
Right.
The kids want to keep showing them down to Calgary is kind of the last stop for some of these steers. But yeah, no, we make arrangements. Diamond 7 has so many, the butchers, they have so many spots held for a lot of these steers. So yeah, you don't have to, you're not just handed a steer and told to walk it down the street.
It's a good question though.
Yeah,
There'll be
it
a lot
is.
of people
It
that
is.
wonder about that.
Yeah.
The only thing you really got to do is make sure you got enough freezer space.
Yeah.
And you don't have to buy, like, that's a huge commitment. Like, a 1,400 pound animal is probably $8,000. But if you do a half with a friend or a quarter, some people do quarters, and it breaks it down. But if you're going to, and you get to do the cuts, tell the butcher exactly how you want the meat cut, which is nice. Yeah,
it works out.
It works out cheaper in the end.
It does.
And you get what you.
So that happens on the Monday,
On the
2
Monday.
o'clock.
Yep.
2 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay. And Tara, you had mentioned like a little bit about joining 4-H. Where can you find more information about 4-H?
If you're interested in joining a 4-H club, I would say touch base. The easiest would be touch base with the exhibition office, and they will put you in contact with the leader and with somebody. But yeah,
Or joining one. Maybe there's already a project going that, the Maidstone has a
Yeah.
ton of projects. So just finding out where you could join, you don't necessarily need to start your own. But yeah, you can get in touch with us. The 4-H year kind of runs from September, October until the springtime. So it's kind of that winter time. So yeah, it's a great program, and we need more kids to develop these leadership skills, develop their public speaking, develop their judging, be able to do critical thinking. We really need these young kids to be able to do that right from, 6 years old up until you can compete in 4-H till you're 21.
And Dave, is it the same season for the Archers?
Oh, exact same season. We follow, our club fires up the same time as everyone else. Obviously, ours is all indoor throughout the winter. We have access to, our club uses the Lloyd Fish and Game Youth Center. So yeah, we're there all winter long, and we can shoot right into the spring and summer once the weather warms up.
And to join us the same way?
Exact same way, yep.
Am I forgetting anything?
Well, I just want to give a shout out to all the tremendous sponsors that help bring this to, there's these kids win a little bit of prize money, or they have, prizes or banners or ribbons and all that costs. And Synovus, Synergy, Sabre Communication, we have just so many tremendous sponsors that help put this show on and help support these kids and
we couldn't do it
developing them.
without the
No,
sponsors.
we couldn't.
It's
No.
a huge event. Like, it's I can say one of the biggest regional shows. And the sponsors are tremendous, because it's not all about the money. It's not all about the prizes, but it sure helps. And the kids, to go see these kids with all different interests, and it's pretty cool to watch them go support each other. Which is sometimes a lost thing, but you'll see, because our club, for example, my kids are in the Hillmont Club, and we have swine, sheep, and beef, and archery and light horse. And they'll go out and they'll go support their friends at the archery range. They'll go support their friends out at the horse ring and that. And so that's really, really cool to see. And they might not know anything about the horses or the archery, but it's
That positivity.
and learning, learn what your friends are doing. And it's cool to see.
So yeah, we were talking before we got on air, we were talking about the local businesses that support events like this. And it's just so tremendous. And we couldn't do it as the exhibition nonprofit. We couldn't do it without sponsors and without parents and committee members and volunteers and all of the things that go into these events for these kids for 3 days. We work on the show I think the committee starts meeting in the fall. And, they work on it for a good 8 months before the event happens.
Does that sale kind of kick off the sale season for 4-H? Because it seems like at the end of May, there's 4-H sales everywhere.
Yeah, this is probably one of the first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and around here, like there'll be Vermilion,
Kid
Kid
Scotty,
Scotty,
St. Walburg.
Wainwright,
Meadow Lake has-
Meadow Lake,
St.
yeah.
Walburg has one the weekend before Expo, I believe is St. Walburg. So yeah. And if you're interested or want to inquire about beef, stop at the exhibition office. They'll definitely, if they can't help you, they'll direct you to somebody that can. Or stop at Diamond 7 and talk to Aaron.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got a pen and he's got a list. So he sits there and you don't have to be there to buy.
No.
Aaron will buy for you. He's got a list and he's got a Diamond 7 pen at the back and yeah.
And then they handle all the logistics. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they do make it easy, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
A
Very
great
much.
family to work
Yeah,
with.
very much. So yeah, it is really a tremendous weekend. So yeah, if you're interested at all, or if you just want something to do, I know last year I chatted with one family that came out to watch archery because they had never seen it before, and they just said, "What is this all about?" And I don't know if they entered 4-H this coming year, but they just wanted to see what it was all about. So there's just all kinds of projects. We don't have canine this year, but we've had canine the last number of years. So they do some agility and obedience with their dogs, and so yeah, you can make anything a project and get your kids involved in such a
Baking.
great program.
A
Yeah.
lot of baking. We had a yak one year.
Yeah. Yeah. There's all sorts of
There
things.
wasn't many yaks, but there was one yak.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
4-H Expo, May 30th to June 1st.
Yep.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys stopping in.
Thanks
Thanks for
Kurt.
having us.
We'll take a break. We'll come back and find out about, I know Mother's Day is past, but Connecting Parents has a Mother's Day event coming up on May 21st. We'll find out more about that in just a moment.
It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
At Jason Arden and Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and Area, in 2023, Jason Arden and Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
Superior Water specializes in nothing but water. And with over 23 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and service is superior. For iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal, give Superior Water a call at 780-875-6636 or stop and see them at their 57th Avenue location right beside Sheepskin Loft, and stay hydrated with pure, clean water. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste, and after all, it is superior water. Well, I want to welcome in some familiar faces from Connecting Parents, Supporting Families. We have Janice Haughian and Julie Harper joining us today to talk about a Mother's Day event. So happy belated Mother's Day.
Thank you.
You guys like to hold your Mother's Day event after Mother's Day for a reason. Tell us why the Mother's Day event isn't till later in May.
Usually it's just a scheduling thing. We feel like there's so many Mother's Day events kind of before and up to, and it's overwhelming, and it's kind of sports season, and it's kids are outside now. And so we kind of like to give it a chance to settle down a little bit. And let's be real, not all mothers get Mother's Day off. And it's on a weekend, so it's pretty busy. So we thought, let all of that happen. And the whole entire purpose of our event is self-care for mothers. And sometimes it's really hard to relax and settle down when your brain is going through the millions of things that need done. So we're hoping that having it kind of a few days after Mother's Day, the moms have gone through all the things and are able to just like be present and take everything in that we need them to.
I feel like you guys are doing something different this year. Let's talk about watercolor journaling. What is that?
Yeah, so Heather is going to be leading us, and it's more about just getting your emotions out. So lots of times with journaling, it's a way to just get everything that's going on in your brain out onto paper. But then also in an artistic way, you can get your feelings and emotions out just by painting. And so it's like kind of a double way of just releasing all that, everything that's going on in your mind. And a lot of moms, they have such a heavy mental load, and there's so much going on in there that it's a great way to just get it out. And it's such a great way to heal your body, and just some of those self-care practices of just getting that out.
What is it like? Is it just drawing? Is it actual painting?
It starts with watercoloring. And so that is the basis. And I have done this once with Heather. So Heather is a registered social worker with counseling, and she's Joyful Living and Consulting is what her business name is. And so the first process is the watercolor part. And when I did it with her, it was it is all about like what is speaking to you. Like pick a color that makes you feel calm, pick a color that makes you feel energized, so depending, I'm not sure exactly the direction she's going to be going with this, but let's just say that it's calming and restorative. You literally, I am not artistic. I couldn't even draw a stick man properly if you asked me to. So it has nothing to do with that at all. It is just expressive, and you pick what you're feeling kind of, and that is the basis for it. And then she usually will have some sort of prompt that you normally would do journaling, a prompt. What makes you feel this way? What makes you feel relaxed? What's your favorite part of being a mother? I'm just throwing this out there. She will have something much smarter than what I'm saying. But, and then you end up like writing that on your watercolor. So it's kind of a whole entire feeling thing, and you take it with you. And the whole point of it is that she teaches you how to be in that space of self-reflection and calming your nervous system and just being grounded and present. And then you take it with you as a reminder. And she kind of teaches you how to be in that space so that when you are at home and you have those times, it's definitely something moms can take with them as a skill.
I think the journaling would like that part of it is like journaling. Like,
yeah.
How's that?
She's going to teach that. Yeah, she's going to teach us that. And it's super exciting.
Well, when you mention the colors and how you feel and stuff, I'm willing to bet when you look back over your year, if you were journaling those colors, you could pattern your year.
Totally.
In a way.
Yep.
So, and I know you've done yoga before, but
yes.
Is this a different type of yoga?
Well, we did do this yoga last year, but we brought it back because we loved it so much. It's just a way for your whole body and nervous system to just calm down. And I don't know, like my brain is always going a mile a minute. And when they teach you the mindfulness and just, I don't know.
It's being so present.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you feel your body completely relax. And you want to share about what happened with you last year?
Well, I don't do yoga normally because I'm like, I need something active and this is boring. And I was like, oh, great. This is going to be difficult for me, right? And it's called Yoga Nidra. And so it is not active. You're not actually doing poses. It literally is laying still, closing your eyes, being present. Difficult when your brain is just like this. And I'm like, oh, we're in a room full of all these people. I don't know what happened in that room. But I now do it like daily pretty much from the experience with Jenny, but you just lay there and you listen to her and she guides you through it. And at one point, it almost feels like that phase where you're falling asleep and you can hear everything around you, but you're kind of feeling heavy and everything gets loud. And At one point, my brain started like drifting to my to-do list. And in my head, I was like, no. And I actually said it out loud. So the people around me heard me say, no. Like I was like, no, stay present. I think that almost everybody in there fell asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was so
It's
peaceful.
this magical
Yeah.
experience. And then it is like supposed to be like the most restorative, deepest relaxation. And then you come out of it and you go home. It's very cool.
And I
Yeah.
think that's the coolest thing about our events is that we get to experience things that we didn't know we needed. That's like the watercoloring and journaling. I don't think I would have personally decided to go do that, but I'm really curious to see how I will feel when I get to do it. And maybe it's something that I include into my own self-care practices. And something I can teach my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mentioned that it's on the 21st. What time on the 21st?
So it's doors open at 6:30 and then it starts at 6:45 and then it'll probably run about 2 hours, but we do encourage people to stay and visit. We really want people to just connect, right? So that's a big part of what we're aiming for too.
Do you need to purchase tickets ahead of time?
Yes. So tickets are $10. If that isn't possible for somebody, they can absolutely reach out to us and we will happily cover the cost for that. We don't want anyone to not be able to attend this event because of the cost. It is a little bit of a fundraiser for our nonprofit group. So that's why we just do the $10 kind of to cover our costs for the venue. Yoga mats, if you have your own, you can bring it. Otherwise, we do have some that Jenny has loaned us from Oasis. And so those are provided. We have snacks. We do the mental portion of it first, which is the watercolor journaling, and then we end with the Yoga Nidra, and then we send you on your way. Hopefully when your kids are already in bed, so you can just go home relaxed and have the best sleep you'll ever have.
Where do you get the tickets?
We have an Eventbrite link. It is on our Instagram page. It is on our Facebook page. We'll be sharing it again after today. So yeah, it's easy to just click on the link and it'll take you to the tickets and then you are good to go.
Am I forgetting anything?
Actually, one thing we wanted to mention is that it's not just for moms.
Okay.
It's for anybody that's sort of in that mother figure or a caregiver. Lots of times there's grandmas or aunts or, somebody in the community that's caring for kids or a loved one or something. They could use this practice too. So if you're feeling like you need that support and you want to come out and get some tools and strategies and just some self-care, please come. We would really love them to come.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate this.
Thank you for
Kurt.
having us.
Thank you so much.
We're back with you tomorrow. We'll be talking about the Vic Juba Community Theatre and an upcoming event there. And we'll also talk about the Legacy Center's Par 3 Golf Tournament. That's tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. And we hope you can join us there on Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric.